Now, let me start by sharing a story that changed my life forever. I grew up in Idaho, a simple farm boy with no remarkable skills. I knew how to milk cows and work the fields, but that was about it. When I was young, time seemed endless. Days blended into weeks and weeks into years. It was all about working hard from sunrise to sunset, just trying to make a living. One day, a friend of mine invited me to a seminar. It wasn't just any seminar. It was a turning point. The speaker talked about the value of time, and it struck me like a bolt of lightning. He said, time is more valuable than money. You can get more money, but you cannot get more time. That simple statement resonated with me deeply. I realized I had been treating my time like an endless resource, but it was finite and precious. Think about it for a moment. Imagine if every morning you received $86,400 in your bank account, but with one condition. Whatever you didn't spend by the end of the day would disappear. You couldn't save it for tomorrow. What would you do? You'd probably spend every single penny, right? Now let's translate that into time. Every day, we are given 86,400 seconds. Once the day ends, those seconds are gone forever. You can't bank time. You can't save it for another day. When I finally grasped this, it was as if I had discovered a gold mine. I started seeing every second, every minute, every hour as an investment, and like any wise investment, I had to decide where to put it to get the best returns. It became clear to me that, just like money, how I invested my time would determine the quality of my life. I remember vividly one evening, sitting in my small apartment, overwhelmed by the realization of how much time I had wasted. I had spent years doing what I thought was necessary, working hard, paying bills, staying out of trouble. But in reality, I've been wasting my most valuable asset on things that didn't bring me closer to my goals or make me a better person. It was a hard pill to swallow, but it was necessary. Now let's compare time investment to financial investment. When you invest money, you do your research. You look for opportunities that promise growth, stability, and returns. You wouldn't just throw your money into something without understanding its potential, would you? Same principle applies to time. Each minute you spend should be seen as an investment towards a better future. If you spend your time wisely, the returns can be extraordinary. But if you waste it, the losses can be devastating. Are you spending your time wisely? It's a question that demands an honest answer. Look at your daily routine. How much of it is spent on activities that truly matter, that move you forward, that enrich your life? How much of it is wasted on distractions, on things that drain your energy and offer nothing in return? If you spent just 1 hour a day reading a good book, by the end of the year, you would have read over 20 books. Think of the knowledge you could gain, the skills you could develop, the wisdom you could acquire. 1 hour a day might not seem like much, but it adds up. That's the power of investing time wisely. In the same vein, think about the people you spend your time with. Are they lifting you up or pulling you down? Are they adding value to your life or draining it? It's crucial to invest your time in relationships that nurture, support, and inspire you. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to be your best self, who challenge you to grow, and who celebrate your successes. Years ago, I had a mentor named Mr. Schoaf. He was a wealthy man, not just in terms of money, but in wisdom and experience. Spending time with him was like attending the best university. He taught me things that no book could, simply by sharing his experiences and insights. Every moment spent with him was an investment in my future, and the returns were immeasurable. So here's the challenge for you today. Take a close look at your life. Identify where your time is going. Are you investing it in ways that will bring you closer to your goals, that will enrich your life and the lives of those around you? Or are you spending it on things and people that offer no real return? I remember time is the great equalizer. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. What separates the successful from the unsuccessful is not more time, but how they use it. Start today. Make a commitment to yourself to invest your time wisely. Every moment you spend should bring you a step closer to your dream. Every relationship you invest in should help you grow and thrive. Take a minute to reflect on your past week. How many hours were truly invested in things that matter? If the answer is not what you hoped for, it's never too late to change. You can start now. You have the power to decide how to spend your time. Make it count. And remember, it's not just about working hard. It's about working smart. Prioritize your tasks. Focus on what truly matters. And don't be afraid to let go of what doesn't serve you. Your time is precious. Treat it as such. As we continue, I want you to keep this question in the forefront of your mind. Are you spending your time wisely? Let it guide your actions, your decisions, and your relationships. Because at the end of the day, how you spend your time is how you spend your life. And your life is the most valuable investment you will ever make. Now that we've talked about the value of your time, let's shift gears a bit. Let's discuss the people you spend your time with. Have you ever noticed how certain people can lift you up while others seem to drag you down? This is not by accident. It's crucial to recognize the characteristics of the wrong people and understand how they can impact your life. First, let's talk about negativity. We've all encountered those individuals who seem to have a dark cloud over their head. They complain about everything, see the downside in every situation, and rarely, if ever, have anything positive to say. Now, there's a difference between someone going through a rough patch and someone who perpetually lives in a state of negativity. The latter can drain your energy, diminish your motivation, and obscure your vision of what's possible. I remember working with a gentleman named Tom. He was smart, capable, and had all the potential to succeed. But Tom was a constant complainer, no matter what the situation. He always found something to criticize. It didn't take long before his negativity started affecting the rest of the team. We were all walking on eggshells, trying to avoid his next outburst. One day, I realized that Tom was not just having a bad week. Negativity was his default setting. I had to make the tough decision to distance myself from him. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. As soon as I did, I felt a weight lift off my shoulders, and the entire team's morale improved. Then there are the unmotivated. These are the people who are content with mediocrity, who lack ambition and drive. They're satisfied with the status quo and see no need to push themselves or strive for more. Surrounding yourself with unmotivated people can lull you into complacency. Their lack of ambition can subtly influence your own drive, making it harder to stay focused and pursue your goals. I once had a neighbor named Jerry. Jerry was a good guy, friendly and easygoing. But he had no ambitions beyond getting through the day. While I was working late into the night, planning my next move, Jerry was on his couch, flipping through channels. He often invited me to join him, saying, "Why work so hard? Life's too short to stress." It sounded tempting at times, but I knew that spending too much time with Jerry would dull my edge. I had to limit my interactions with him to keep my own fire burning. Lastly, let's talk about the unsupportive. These are people who, rather than encouraging your growth, seem to take pleasure in holding you back. They might be friends or even family members who doubt your dreams and question your decisions. Their skepticism can sow seeds of doubt in your mind, making it harder for you to stay confident and committed to your path. A good friend of mine, Susan, had a brilliant idea for a business. She was passionate and had done her homework. But every time she shared her excitement with her brother, he would find a way to shoot her down. "It's too risky," he would say. "You're better off sticking to what you know." Over time, his lack of support eroded her confidence. Susan almost gave up on her dream until she realized that his doubts were more about his own fears than her abilities. She decided to seek out a more supportive circle, and today she's running a successful business. Who in your life fits these characteristics? Who are the negative, unmotivated, and unsupportive people in your circle? It might be uncomfortable to admit, but identifying these individuals is the first step towards protecting your time and energy. Well, I'm not suggesting you cut off every person who has a bad day or struggles with motivation. We all have those moments, but be mindful of those who consistently exhibit these traits. Their influence can be insidious, gradually pulling you down without you even realizing it. It's like the old saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Make sure those 5 are lifting you up, not pulling you down. Remember, your time is precious, and so is your energy. Investing in the wrong people can cost you more than you realize. It can sap your enthusiasm, cloud your vision, and impede your progress. Instead, seek out those who inspire you, who push you to be better, and who celebrate your successes. Surround yourself with individuals who are positive, motivated, and supportive. They are the ones who will help you reach your full potential. So, take a moment to reflect. Who in your life is a constant source of negativity, who seems content with mediocrity, who questions and doubts your every move? Identify these individuals and consider how much time and energy you are investing in them. It might be time for change. As we move forward, remember, you have the power to choose who you spend your time with. Make that choice wisely. Surround yourself with people who lift you up and watch how your life transforms. It's one of the best investments you'll ever make. Now that we've identified the wrong people, let's delve into the impact they can have on your life. Negative influences are more than just unpleasant. They can drain your energy and hinder your progress in ways you might not even realize. Imagine your life as a garden. You've planted seeds of ambition, dreams, and hard work. But if you let weeds of negativity, lack of motivation, and unsupportive attitudes grow, they'll choke out the good plants, leaving your garden barren and unproductive. It's crucial to weed out these negative influences to allow your potential to flourish. Let me share a story about a talented young man named Jack. Jack had all the makings of a successful entrepreneur, creative ideas, a strong work ethic, and a genuine passion for his craft. But Jack also had a friend, Mike, who was Whenever Jack shared his ideas, Mike would shoot them down. "That'll never work," Mike would say. "Why bother trying?" Over time, Jack started doubting himself. His enthusiasm waned, and he began to procrastinate. The energy he once had for his projects was slowly being drained by Mike's negativity. Jack's story is a powerful reminder of how wrong influences can derail your progress. It wasn't until Jack distanced himself from Mike that he regained his confidence. With renewed energy, Jack pursued his ideas and eventually built a successful business. But those years lost to negativity can never be regained. How have the wrong people in your life impacted your goals? Have you ever found yourself less motivated, less confident, or less ambitious because of someone's negative influence? Consider the case of Sarah, a promising athlete. Sarah trained hard and had the potential to go professional, but her training partner, Lisa, was constantly unmotivated. Lisa would often skip training sessions and complain about the hard work. Sarah, influenced by her friend's attitude, started skipping training too. She began doubting whether all the effort was worth it. Her performance suffered, and she missed several important competitions. It wasn't until Sarah realized the toll Lisa's negativity was taking on her dreams that she decided to find a new training partner. The change was immediate and profound. With a supportive and motivated partner, Sarah rediscovered her passion and excelled in her sport. These stories aren't unique. Many people find their dreams delayed or even destroyed because of the company they keep. Negative influences can drain your energy, not just mentally, but physically as well. When you're constantly surrounded by negativity, it can feel like you're carrying a heavy load, slowing you down every step. But it's not just about overt negativity. Sometimes the wrong people are those who subtly undermine you. They might not openly criticize you, but their lack of support and constant skepticism can be just as damaging. Imagine working hard on a project, pouring your heart into it, only to be met with indifference or subtle doubts. Are you sure this is the right path? Maybe you should reconsider. These comments, even if well-meaning, can plant seeds of doubt that grow into major obstacles. Think about the relationships in your life. Have there been times when someone's lack of support made you question your path? Have you found yourself hesitating or second-guessing because of someone else's doubt? How much further along might you be if you had been surrounded by support and encouragement instead? Here's another real-life example. Mark was a brilliant software developer with the dream of creating his own tech startup. He had the skills and the vision, but his circle of friends were all stuck in dead-end jobs and satisfied with mediocrity. Whenever Mark talked about his startup idea, they would laugh it off or change the subject. Over time, Mark started doubting himself. Maybe they're right, he thought. Maybe I should just stick to my safe job. It wasn't until Mark attended a tech conference and met like-minded, ambitious people that he realized what he was missing. Surrounded by positivity and encouragement, Mark found the courage to pursue his dream and launched his startup, which became a huge success. The people you surround yourself with can either lift you up or pull you down. It's essential to choose wisely. Consider who in your life lifts you up, who encourages you, believes in you, and supports your dreams, and conversely, who drains your energy, fills you with doubt, and holds you back. It's time to take a hard look at these relationships. This doesn't mean you have to cut people out of your life completely, but it might mean spending less time with those who negatively impact you and more time with those who uplift and inspire you. Remember, your energy and your progress are at stake. Surround yourself with positive influences. Invest in relationships that energize you, that help you grow, and that push you towards your goals. You deserve to have people in your life who believe in you, who cheer you on, and who help you reach your full potential. How have these relationships impacted your goals? By reflecting on this, you can start making the changes needed to protect your energy and accelerate your progress. Your future depends on the choices you make today. Choose wisely and watch your garden flourish. As we continue to explore the impact of the people in our lives, it's important to recognize the signs that you might be investing in the wrong people. These red flags are crucial to identify as they can help you make better decisions about who deserves your time and energy. First, let's talk about negativity. If you find that someone in your life is always focusing on the negative, constantly complaining, and never seeing the bright side, that's a significant red flag. These individuals can drain your energy and dampen your enthusiasm. Imagine having a great idea, full of potential, only to be met with skepticism and doubt every time you share it. Over time, this can erode your confidence and make you second-guess yourself. I had a colleague named Peter who was exceptionally talented but always negative. Every new initiative, every innovative idea was met with a sigh and a list of why it wouldn't work. Working with Peter felt like trying to run with weights tied to my ankles. It took me a while to realize that his constant negativity was not only affecting our projects but also my own motivation. Once I recognized this, I made a conscious decision to limit my interactions with him and focus more on people who inspired and uplifted me. Another red flag is when you notice a lack of reciprocity. Relationships should be a two-way street, with both parties giving and receiving support, encouragement, and effort. If you find that you are always the one giving, whether it's time, energy, or resources, and rarely receiving anything in return, it might be a sign of a one-sided relationship. These relationships can be draining and unsustainable in the long run. Think about a time when you helped a friend through a tough period, offering your support, advice, and time. Now, recall a moment when you needed help. Was that friend there for you, or did they seem too busy or disinterested? If you consistently find yourself in situations where your kindness and support are not reciprocated, it's worth considering whether that relationship is worth maintaining. Reflect on this. Are you always giving and never receiving? It's a tough question, but an important one. Healthy relationships are built on mutual support and care. If you feel like you're pouring all your energy into someone who never fills your cup, it's time to reassess. Another sign is when you constantly feel drained after interacting with someone. We all have those friends who, after spending time with them, leave us feeling exhausted rather than energized. These individuals often bring a lot of emotional baggage, drama, or negativity into our lives. If every interaction leaves you feeling worse rather than better, that's a clear sign that you might be investing your time in the wrong person. I once had a business partner who was incredibly talented but emotionally exhausting. Every meeting was filled with complaints, personal dramas, and a constant stream of negativity. I realized that these interactions were not just tiring but also affecting my productivity and overall well-being. It became clear that, despite his talent, the cost of maintaining this partnership was too high. It's also important to watch out for those who are unsupportive of your goals and dreams. These are the people who, rather than cheering you on, cast doubt and make you question your path. They might say things like, "Are you sure that's a good idea?" Or maybe you should play it safe. While constructive criticism is valuable, constant doubt and lack of support are not. You need people who believe in you and your vision, not those who undermine your confidence. Consider the story of my friend Lisa, who had a passion for painting. Her boyfriend at the time always dismissed her art as a hobby that wouldn't lead anywhere. Every time Lisa talked about her dream of becoming a professional artist, he would laugh it off. Eventually, Lisa realized that his lack of support was stifling her creativity and holding her back. She made the tough decision to end the relationship and surround herself with people who believed in her. Today, Lisa is a successful artist, thriving in an environment of support and encouragement. Take a moment to reflect on your own relationships. Are there people in your life who are consistently negative, unsupportive, or draining? Are you always the one giving without receiving anything in return? Identifying these red flags is the first step toward making better choices about who deserves your time and energy. Remember, your time is precious. Invest it in people who uplift, inspire, and support you. Surround yourself with those who contribute positively to your life and watch how your energy and progress soar. Your relationships should be a source of strength, not a drain on your resources. Make the choice today to invest wisely in the people who truly matter. Let's now focus on how to distance yourself from negative influences. It's not always easy, but it's crucial for your well-being and progress. Practical steps can help you reduce the time spent with those who drain your energy and hinder your growth. One effective strategy is to limit your exposure to negative people. This doesn't mean you need to cut them off completely, especially if they are family or close friends, but you can control how much time you spend with them. For instance, instead of meeting that negative colleague for lunch every day, you could reduce it to once a week. Use the extra time to surround yourself with positive, supportive individuals who uplift you. Think about John, a friend of mine who was always negative. He was a decent guy, but his outlook on life was perpetually gloomy. I used to spend a lot of time with him, and I noticed it was affecting my mood and productivity. So I decided to make a change. I didn't cut him off completely, but I started meeting him less frequently. Instead, I spent more time with friends who were optimistic and motivated. The difference in my energy levels and overall happiness was profound. Another important step is to set boundaries. Boundaries are like invisible lines that protect your time and energy. They help you maintain a healthy balance between being there for others and taking care of yourself. When setting boundaries, it's important to be clear and assertive. Let people know what you can and cannot do, and stick to it. For example, if a friend constantly calls to vent about their problems, but it's taking a toll on you, set a limit. You might say, "I'm happy to listen and support you, but I need to limit our conversations about this to once a week." It's a way of showing you care, while also protecting your own well-being. I remember working with a business associate who was incredibly demanding. She would call at all hours, expecting immediate responses, and it was affecting my work-life balance. I had to set clear boundaries. I told her, "I'm available during business hours, but after 6 p.m., I need to focus on my family and personal time." Initially, it was challenging to enforce, but once she understood my boundaries, our working relationship improved, and I felt much more in control of my time. Here's a thought-provoking question. What steps can you take today to create space? It's a question that requires introspection. Reflect on the relationships in your life and identify where you need to set boundaries or limit interactions. It could be as simple as declining an invitation to a negative friend's party, or as significant as having a heartfelt conversation about your needs and limits. Think about Jane, another friend who was constantly involved in drama. Every time we met, it felt like I was being pulled into a whirlwind of negativity. I realized I needed to create space. So I started suggesting group activities instead of one-on-one meetups, which helped dilute the intensity of our interactions. Gradually, I found myself feeling less drained and more energized. It's also helpful to fill the space created by reducing negative influences with positive activities and people. Join groups or clubs that align with your interests and goals. Volunteer, take a class, or start a new hobby. These activities will not only fill your time, but also introduce you to new, positive influences. Remember, distancing yourself from negative influences is not about being harsh or unkind. It's about protecting your energy and investing in your well-being. It's about creating a life that reflects your values and aspirations, surrounded by people who support. So, what steps can you take today to create space? Start small. Identify one relationship or situation where you can set a boundary or limit your time. Take that first step, and you'll find it becomes easier to make similar changes in other areas of your life. Your energy and happiness are worth it. Make the choice today to invest in a more positive and fulfilling future. Now that we've talked about distancing yourself from negative influences, let's focus on the flip side, investing in the right people. These are the individuals who lift you up, support your dreams, and help you grow. Surrounding yourself with positive, growth-oriented people is one of the best investments you can make in your personal and professional life. Supportive people have a few key characteristics. They believe in your potential, even when you doubt yourself. They offer encouragement and constructive feedback, always aiming to help you improve. They celebrate your successes and stand by you in challenging times. Most importantly, they inspire you to be your best self. I remember meeting my mentor, Mr. Shove, at a time when I was struggling to find direction. He wasn't just a successful businessman. He was a beacon of positivity and wisdom. Every conversation with him was filled with insights and encouragement. He believed in my potential long before I did. His support was unwavering, and it motivated me to push beyond my limits. Another key trait of positive, growth-oriented people is that they are doers. They don't just talk about dreams. They take action. Their energy is contagious, and being around them makes you want to strive for more. These individuals set high standards for themselves and encourage you to do the same. Think about a friend of mine, Laura. She's always on the move, constantly learning, and pushing herself to new heights. Laura's enthusiasm for life and her relentless pursuit of her goals are incredibly inspiring. Whenever I spend time with her, I leave feeling energized and ready to tackle my own challenges. Her positive attitude and proactive approach have been a great influence on my own journey. Consider this: who in your life lifts you up and helps you grow? Reflect on the people who leave you feeling inspired and motivated. These are the relationships worth nurturing. They are the ones who will help you reach your fullest potential. Investing in the right people also means being intentional about who you spend your time with. Seek out individuals who share your values and aspirations. Join groups or communities where you can meet like-minded people. Engage in activities that attract positive, growth-oriented individuals. The more you immerse yourself in environments filled with supportive and motivated people, the more you'll find yourself growing and thriving. Let's take a look at another personal experience. During a difficult period in my career, I met a colleague named Steve. Steve had a remarkable ability to see opportunities where others saw obstacles. He was always optimistic, always looking for solutions. His perspective was refreshing and incredibly helpful. We collaborated on several projects, and his positive influence played a significant role in our success. Steve's approach to challenges taught me to view setbacks as opportunities for growth. Think about the power of having someone like that in your corner. Someone who not only supports you, but also challenges you to be better. Someone who holds you accountable and pushes you to reach higher. These relationships are invaluable. So I ask you guys, who in your life lifts you up and helps you grow? Identify these individuals and make a conscious effort to spend more time with them. Engage with them regularly, learn from them, and let their positive energy influence you. At the same time, be that person for others. Support your friends, family, and colleagues. Celebrate their successes and encourage their growth. The more you invest in positive relationships, the richer your life will become. Remember, the people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your journey. Choose wisely. Invest in relationships that nurture your spirit and fuel your ambitions. Your future is shaped by the company you keep, so make sure it's filled with those who uplift and inspire you. Who are the people that make you better? Who supports your dreams and challenges you to grow? Make a commitment to invest more in these relationships. Your success and happiness depend on it. As we continue, let's talk about building a supportive network. Finding and attracting the right people into your life is essential for personal growth. It's not just about cutting out negative influences, but also about actively seeking out and nurturing positive. One of the first steps in building a supportive network is to be the kind of person you want to attract. If you want to surround yourself with positive, motivated, and growth-oriented individuals, you need to embody those qualities yourself. People are naturally drawn to others who share their values and energy. Think about the traits you admire in others. Are they optimistic, hardworking, and supportive? Strive to cultivate these qualities in yourself. When you are genuine and enthusiastic, you naturally attract like-minded people. It's like a magnet. The energy you put out into the world comes back to you. Now, where can you find these individuals? One great place to start is within communities that align with your interests and values. Whether it's a professional organization, a hobby group, or a volunteer network, these communities are filled with people who share your passions and goals. I remember when I first started attending business seminars. I was amazed at the wealth of knowledge and the supportive atmosphere. These events were filled with people who were eager to learn and grow. By participating in these communities, I not only gained valuable insights, but also formed meaningful connections with individuals who shared my drive for success. Consider joining clubs or groups related to your professional hobbies. Attend workshops, seminars, and conferences where you can meet people who inspire you. These are the places where you will find individuals who are on the same path as you, striving for personal and professional growth. Where can you find communities that share your values? It's an important question. The answer will guide you to environments that foster positive relationships and opportunities for growth. Networking plays a crucial role in building a supportive network. It's not just about exchanging business cards, it's about forming genuine connections. Approach networking with a mindset of giving rather than just receiving. Offer your support. Share your knowledge and be genuinely interested in others. When you build relationships based on mutual respect and support, you create a network that stands the test of time. I once met a young entrepreneur named Emily at a networking event. She had a brilliant mind and an infectious enthusiasm. We connected immediately, not just because of our shared interests, but because of our mutual willingness to support each other's goals. Over the years, Emily and I have collaborated on several projects, each time learning and growing together. Our relationship is a testament to the power of genuine connections. Remember, a supportive network isn't built overnight. It takes time, effort, and a willingness to invest in others. Be patient and persistent. Attend events, engage in conversations, and follow up with the people you meet. Building strong relationships requires consistency and authenticity. Also, don't underestimate the power of online communities. In today's digital age, there are countless forums, social media groups, and online platforms where you can connect with like-minded individuals. These virtual communities can be just as supportive and impactful as in-person networks. A few years ago, I joined an online mastermind group focused on personal development. Despite the physical distance, the connections I made were incredibly strong. We shared resources, offered advice, and celebrated each other's achievements. This group became a source of inspiration and accountability, proving that supportive networks can thrive in any format. Take a moment to consider, where can you find communities that share your values? Seek out these spaces, both online and offline, and immerse yourself in them. Be proactive in building relationships, and always remember to give as much as you hope to receive. Your network is a reflection of who you are and who you aspire to be. By surrounding yourself with supportive, positive, and growth-oriented individuals, you create an environment that nurtures your potential and propels you towards your goals. Invest in building a network that inspires you, challenges you, and supports you every step of the way. As we wrap up our discussion on the importance of relationships, let's focus on the long-term benefits of surrounding yourself with the right people. When you invest in positive, supportive, and growth-oriented individuals, the impact on your life can be profound and far-reaching. Think about the long-term effects of such investments. These relationships will provide you with ongoing encouragement, constructive feedback, and a wealth of shared knowledge. When challenges arise, you'll have a network of people who can offer insights and solutions, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. Moreover, being around motivated individuals will constantly push you to set higher goals and strive for excellence. Consider the story of a well-known entrepreneur, Richard Branson. He often credits his success to the supportive and innovative people he has surrounded himself with throughout his career. Branson's Virgin Group is not just a testament to his vision, but also to the collective talent and drive of his team. His network has been a critical component in navigating the challenges of building a global brand and seizing opportunities in various industries. Another example is Oprah Winfrey. Oprah's rise to success is a classic story of talent and hard work, but she also emphasizes the importance of her network. From mentors like Maya Angelou to her professional team, the people around Oprah have played crucial roles in her journey. They provided guidance, shared wisdom, and offered support, helping her build an empire that has touched millions of lives. These stories highlight a crucial point. Your success is not just about what you do, but also about who you do it with. The right people can help you see possibilities you might have missed on your own. They can amplify your strengths and help mitigate your weaknesses. They can provide the emotional and intellectual support necessary to pursue big dreams. Take a moment to reflect on this. How will your life change when you invest in the right people? Imagine the possibilities. Imagine the progress you could make with a supportive network encouraging you every step of the way. Picture the new ideas and opportunities that could come from collaborating with others who share your passion and drive. Think back to your own experiences. Have you ever felt the difference that one positive, supportive person can make? Multiply that by a network of such individuals, and you start to see the incredible potential for growth and achievement. Building and maintaining a network of the right people is an ongoing process. It requires effort, patience, and a willingness to invest in others. But the returns on this investment are immense. You'll find that the energy, inspiration, and support you receive from these relationships will propel you forward in ways you never thought possible. As we conclude, I encourage you to take actionable steps today. Identify those in your life who lift you up and support your growth. Strengthen those relationships. Seek out new connections that align with your values and aspirations. Be proactive in building a network that will help you achieve your dreams. Remember, the quality of your life is greatly influenced by the quality of your relationships. By investing in the right people, you are investing in a brighter, more fulfilling future. So ask yourself again, how will your life change when you invest in the right? The answer to that question holds the key to your next level of success and happiness. Thank you for your time, your attention, and your commitment to personal growth. Together, we can create a future filled with endless possibilities.